Hello everybody, David back here with awesome autographs and more. We have the returns. These are all TTM through the mail returns from January 3rd and 4th. So let's get started. We have a variety of interesting returns today. Successes, returns to sender, and a new one for me. Anyways, first up is Mr. Sal Butera, former Major League Baseball player, returned a 4 of 4 request in 13 days. This was the one and only card I had of his. He played from 1980 to 1988. He played with the Minnesota Twins, Detroit, Montreal, and Cincinnati, and Toronto. Sorry, 1 year with Toronto. That's a 4 of 4 success in 13 days. Next up, also came in, as did Mr. Butera. Came in on the 3rd of January. Mr. Gagne. He returned 4 of 5, one of which was a duplicate he kept for himself, but I'll show you that one when we get there. But 4 of 5 in 23 days. This was after it had come back to me as a return to sender, and then I had researched and come up with another address, so sent it back out. And he nicely signed 4 cards for me. The duplicate that he did not return was another 1990 Leaf, which is fine. Mr. Gagne played for 3 teams from 1983 to 1997. Mostly with the Minnesota Twins, then 3 years with Kansas City Royals, and 2 years with the LA Dodgers. It's Mr. Greg Gagne. Okay, first return. And these, I don't exactly know what happened because both of these guys have shown recent returns on the sportscollectors.net database. But Mr. Danny Villa, former NFL player, address came back, hang on a minute, undeliverable as addressed. So that tells me he's refusing them, or somehow the database has a wrong address. The second return to sender was Mr. Jeff Hornacek, former NBA player. And again, this was on sportscollectors.net and came back as non-deliverable as addressed. So I will do some more research and see what else I can come up with and go from there. Okay, the next return was a 0 of 3 success. Interestingly enough, we sent to Mr. Joe Klein, former NBA player, at that address. Oh, wait a minute. Let me hold that properly. At that address. What happened was the current residents sent me an address that said Joe does not live here anymore. On the back of my notes, used my self-addressed stamped envelope, and kept all the cards. I've not had that happen before, so this is a new one for me. And if I'm not mistaken, I only had like 3 or 4 cards of his, so that's probably all I have. But I will do some research just to check and see about the address, but it did show several recent returns. So we'll check into it, see what we come up with. Last TTM for these 2 days is a success, a total success. Put that there. 4 for 4 return in 18 days from former NHL player, Mr. Erich Weinrich, or Weinrich. And he played in the NHL from the 1988-89 season through the 2005-06 season for, 7 teams. We have New Jersey, Hartford, Chicago, Montreal, Boston, Philadelphia, St. Louis, and Vancouver. And this is my 2nd time, I believe, sending to him. So he's a pretty good signer. That would be a point, I believe, both Greg Gagne, both Greg Gagne and Erich Weinrich are 2 points for Team 90s in the Caleb's Cards Battle of the Decade Challenge. I think that's it for today, for this video anyways. I have another video lined up to go. But anyways, today we want to thank these athletes for their signatures. And thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button over here. And if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. If you ring the bell there, you will be notified of future videos. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you with the next video.